Hey, I know that you want to work abroad, you want to travel, you want to earn more money, or for the matter, you're already arrived abroad and struggling to get job. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you will know all those proven tricks which I personally applied and I got an opportunity to work in Germany. So for those who don't know, my name is Harshad and I am a software developer based in Germany. I know that there are thousands of YouTube videos and they explain what to do and what not to in order to get job abroad. I also know that there are tons of websites, agencies and consultancies, and they also offer this kind of services to smoothen up your job hunting process abroad. But trust me, after hopping over several such options, long market research and several trials and errors, I got to learn something which is extremely useful for me to get job anywhere without fail. And I will be sharing the same with you in this video, so stay tuned. So according to the data, as you can see, there are almost 3 lakhs Indians who applied for the German visa in the period of 2019-21, which is like 65% more as compared to the people who applied in 2013. If you look at the Facebook groups, you can see how many people are already there in Germany, and there are thousands of applications coming every day. But the good news is there are gonna be exponential job opportunities in coming year in Germany. And I'm going to share some tips so that it will be helpful for you to grab these kind of opportunities. Well, if you're not from the IT background, then the process gets little tricky and little different. Well, I'm not an expert in other fields, but I can see some good opportunities in various kind of fields. For example, like art, teaching, handcrafting work, carpenter, polyglot, plumber, dancer, videographers, medical and so on. Personally, I see that there are a lot of opportunities in variety of the fields which are like chef, nurse, teacher and translator in Germany. If you really want me to make a video about the opportunities for non-IT people, then please mention in the comment box. So, according to the Skilled Immigration Act, Germany offers very special process to bring skilled people in the country. And trust me, being Indian, this is really fantastic opportunity for you. If you come under those special categories according to the German government, then the process for you going to be little easy. So I know that you already started applying to different companies by Naukri, Stack Overflow, LinkedIn or Zing, which is widely used in Germany, but still you are not getting enough calls from the companies. This is because you are also making the same mistake which everyone does. So the tip number 1, never try to apply any of the job without doing proper research about the company. Many times you will see that the job description provided by the company is very appealing and very relevant to your skill set, but sometimes it is not the case. Many times the company provides the job description which is very generic. You need to understand what the company is doing, what are the services, what are their products. Once you understand what company is doing, then you will know what values they are expecting, and it will help you to prepare accordingly. So having a sense of the expectations by the company will surely help you to prepare. Tip number 2. For the God's sake, do not send the same resume to every other job posting. This is really important and game-changing factor, trust me. Once you know the expectation of the company behind the job that they have posted, the next step is to build your resume. People often make a mistake of sending the same resume to every other job posting, but you have to make the resume according to the job description. You have to highlight all those points which the company is looking for. Please do not put the fake skill set. Many developers put very fancy, techy and trendy technologies in the resume. You need to be aware that German interviewers are very straight and specific when they read your resume. And if they ask anything from your resume related to those fancy technologies, and if you fail to prove it, obviously you will lose your impression and probably you will lose the opportunity as well. So be aware. If you're really interested in knowing how to build perfect resume, then please click on this link above and add it to your watch list. So the tip number 3 is writing your email content while applying for the job. So when you apply for a job, usually you send your CV via email or you upload your CV on the job portal, right? So when you write your application text, you need to make sure that the content should not be very verbose. You have to write as short as possible, at the same time keeping the content very useful and so that it can be read by your HR or a headhunter. Remember that when you send an application, it is going to be picked up by a HR or a headhunter, but not by your manager or a CEO or any senior person of the company. So you need to be extra careful while writing your email content so that the information is going to be very useful for the HR and you have to keep your impression. So if you follow these 3 tips, I'm quite sure that you are going to get enough calls. So once you manage to get the interview call from Germany, then it's done. Yes, we are finished. No, I'm just kidding. So the next step in this whole process is the technical round. And believe me, this is the most challenging part of the whole interview process. See, I'm not going to tell you what to prepare, how to prepare for this technical interview round. For that, you can also check out my another video and you will find it in the playlist called Winning Attempt for the Interview. But I'm going to tell you what to do when you see that the interview is not going in your favor, which means you are losing your impression by not answering a couple of questions. See, being a senior software engineer, I have taken hundreds of interviews in my life, and I never judge anyone if the person couldn't answer any of the question. And I can surely tell you that 99% of the interviewers will not judge you by the fact that you are not answering any of the particular question. The very important point that the interviewer is going to find is how strong your fundamentals are. If you cannot solve any problem, then it's fine. But if you explain your approach, if you elaborate the steps to solve it, then that's also fine. See, if you cannot solve the staircase problem, then it's fine. But if you can explain the ways to solve it and if you can elaborate your views on that, then that's going to work. Remember that you need to have your fundamentals very strong and very clear. You really need to have a clear concepts on algorithm, data structure, arrays, stacks, queues, memory management, time and space complexity, etc. So the ultimate tip is, if you see that the interview is not going in your favor, then try to explain the multiple approach to solve the same problem. And try to explain which approach is better in terms of space and time complexity. If you can manage to do this, I guess this is going to be fine. So once you successfully manage to crack the technical interview, the next round is going to be a techno-managerial round. So many people will say that this round is quite easy, and once you crack the technical interview, then other rounds are going to be very easy. But I would say that this is not the case. I think this round is also as equally important and as tough as the technical interview. Remember that this round is being conducted by the manager, leads or CTO of the company, and they are looking for the professional who is technically sound as well as who is efficient to work collaboratively. I have seen many great developers being rejected just because they are missing this factor of being a team player. So you are expected to face a lot of behavioral as well as case study questions. So the tip that I'm going to recommend is to open up yourself progressively. You do not need to show yourself very confident or very jolly or very aggressive from the beginning of the interview, because you never know what exactly the interviewer is expecting from you. The best way is to start by being humble, calm and generous. You need to be a little judgmental at this point. You need to figure out the nature of the interviewer. If you see that the person is not very serious and smiling oftenly at you, cracking some jokes, being friendly, then maybe you need to change your tone accordingly. So these things will make you gel up with the interviewer very easily, and once you find that comfort zone, you can be more confident and answer the questions. One thing to remember, please do not exaggerate yourself and do not go extremely honest. You really need to prepare a common sense by reading some set of examples. Again, if you are interested in knowing how to prepare for Techno Managerial round, then please click on the link above and add it to your watch list. If you successfully reach to this round, then you are almost done. Congratulations. You need to prepare for the question related to the salary expectation, couple of behavioral questions and some normal talks. But if you ask me, I see this round from the different perspective. After having so many years of experience, I see that this round is a deal breaker round for me. It has been always like that. We are the one who are desperately wanting the job, and we usually agree all the terms and conditions and the salary which is offered by the HR. But now I have reached to a level where I am on the other side and I decide to choose the offer based on the discussion that happened in this round. I really negotiate harder. I put my expectation and my need upfrontly, and at the same time being practical also. If you really want to be such a person in your life, if you want to hear more about my experiences and my tips and tricks which I usually apply in my day-to-day life, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I make a lot of useful content which are related to the job, self-employment, passive income, productivity and life. Hey, if you really find any value from my content, then please like the video and share with your friends. And yes, do not forget to watch my playlist called Winning Interview Attempt, where I explain many small and important aspects which might be useful for you. Take care, stay healthy and stay wealthy. Bye bye.